Connor, it doesn't say live yet. What's going on?
I'm going live. Hello. What's up? We're here.
We're here?
Live. I think
Which
we're live.
which live are we? Did we skip the YouTube time?
Yeah, we skipped the YouTube time.
Ah, I love the YouTube time.
Yeah, that's a special time. If anyone doesn't know, whenever we start the Twitch streams, we hit record, and then we say something for YouTube only. A little secret, a little treasure. You know.
Well, now the world knows, and now it's just ruined. It's ruined.
Yeah.
But welcome to the show, everyone. We've got a special guest tonight.
It's me.
Yeah. Wait, who's that?
I'm Elisa Sanchez.
Elisa Sanchez, thanks for coming on the show. Yeah, so if anyone's watching, we're just going to jump right in. So we have some of Elisa's work up on the stream here, if you're watching. And I'm just going to go through some of the images. And Elisa, if you just want to talk about kind of what we're looking at or how you got started with art and what you're doing.
Those are a lot of questions there.
That's a lot of things. But
yeah.
Whatever order you want to go in.
Well, it's still pulling up now on the computer, but
Okay.
I started drawing like in high school or before high school, but I really didn't do a lot of it until high school. And then I took a break from it for a while to go to school for music.
Music school.
Yes.
They have those?
They do have those. Even CC has one.
Oh yeah.
Really?
No, I knew that because I took a music class. There's like who's the professor? He teaches piano and also like basic music classes, but he's pretty cool.
Is it like that Jack Black movie? Is that kind of what it's like? Yeah.
Like the LV, like so many people have asked me that. There is a music professor who teaches music to everybody who's not a major,
Right.
and nobody who's a music major ever has a class with him.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Okay. He's like the I don't want to say it. What's the word I'm looking for? No, goddamn. Who's the guy that swings around the stick? You know?
What?
The conductor, dude. I forgot.
Guy who swings around the stick.
The
Yeah,
conductor.
that's.
So
That's
he's the
beautiful.
conductor of like the band. Yeah.
That was a little while ago. But I picked it back up because I started my art major, and I've been drawing a lot more since then.
Well, why the switch, and what kind of music did you do?
Well, I started my music degree, and I was just getting the BA in music because I decided I didn't want to teach choir or perform classical music for the rest of my life.
Okay.
So you either had to get another minor or another major, and the art program didn't have a minor, so I just double majored.
Whoa.
Wow.
Double major.
Starting halfway through. So,
Wow.
Was that as fun as it sounds?
does it sound fun? It was good. It was just like they're both so like studio time intensive that I really just didn't have a life for a long time.
Well, how did you balance that? Did you literally just not have a life? Did you just focus on your work?
I did some stuff outside of just class. Like I was in some of the groups on campus, but I couldn't have had a job for sure.
Right.
Like I tried to do an internship one semester and they just needed 12 hours and I didn't have 12 hours anywhere.
Yeah.
But it was worth it to me because I just wanted to get out on time.
So you did 4 years at UNC Charlotte,
Yes.
and you completed 2 majors in 4 years.
Yes.
Well,
Oh my
I
God.
did 4 years at UNC Charlotte, and I only got a BA in art. So there you go.
I mean, I don't know that you need much more than the BA.
Yeah, I mean, so is that your opinion on the school in general?
It depends on the school and I think the program too.
Right.
Which program did you do? Or I guess so which one would you have done?
Yeah, I don't know, because when I first started, I was doing illustration. So I don't know. Did you do illustration? So did you have Jamie and stuff?
Yeah, I did illustration. I had Jamie and Gary Palmer and John Hairston.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I never had Gary, and I've only met John Hairston, but I never had him as a teacher.
Jamie actually let me in one of the BFA classes.
Because you were so good.
What?
He let you in even though you weren't like you didn't have like the credits for it or something.
I mean, I wasn't at the BFA program.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I tried to do the same thing. I emailed Jamie. I was like, hey, can I get into the one of your BFA classes even though I'm not? He shut me down.
Oh.
I guess I wasn't good enough.
Yeah, sorry, Connor, you're not good enough.
God
not
dang
this
it,
time.
dude.
Well,
Wow, it hurts.
He's
It hurts a little bit.
Yeah, it stings, doesn't it?
No, it's okay. I mean, that's cool though.
I mean, I would go and sit in on some of the BFA like crits.
Yeah, no, he said I could do that too. He said I could like come in and hang out. But I mean, so
Okay.
what did you think about the illustration program at UNC Charlotte?
I thought it was good. I don't think it's as competitive as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
But that was good for me where I was at, just because I was just trying to like rediscover what I do or what I want to draw. But I don't know. I just felt like it could have pushed more of like the business side of stuff too, especially since illustration is supposed to be
Definitely
like more of a market career.
Yeah, that's
Which
a tough thing.
is not necessarily what I want to do. I don't know, but that would have been at least nice to know some more about it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's 50% of being an illustrator is finding jobs and finding the right jobs that are gonna give you the kind of work that will push your portfolio or push your skill in the right direction. Like that's super hard to figure out. So, I mean, a lot of that stuff is you can find online and like just ask people. I mean, that's kind of like what I find is the best way to do is just like ask people that are above you or have done it before and to say like, well, where'd you go when you're at this point? Because I'm sure like everybody was at the same point at some point. So it's just like talking to people and figuring it out and getting tips and stuff.
I feel like most of the people in the illustration program like want to freelance or like do their own comic book or something.
Yeah.
So you're kind of your own business manager. You have to be.
Yeah, it's like a very risky thing to get
into.
Like
versus like graphic design where they have like there are established jobs that you can do. There's harder. There are less just like straightforward illustration jobs.
Yeah, like the difference between getting a 9-to-5 job at a place doing art and doing freelance. It's like two completely different worlds that you could go for.
Right.
So do you do freelance work now, or are you working somewhere and not doing art? Like, how's that going?
I've been a full-time artist at a store, in a retail store at Anthropologie.
Okay, cool.
I did the visual display, so like every store has a display coordinator artist who builds all the displays and the window dressing and like builds the fixtures. So I did that full time for a while.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, someone told me about that was a job. I was because I've been into Anthropologie before, and I was like, oh, they have really cool like display stuff. Like they has cool stuff. And
really
somebody told me that was a job that like there's somebody that works at the store that just does that. Like they don't put the clothes on the shelf or like work at the register. Like their job is to make stuff.
Outside and I worked my way into the job, but
oh, that's pretty cool.
I don't do that now. It was a lot of work, and it's just life changed. But I'd still help. I'm like the visual sales associate, so I only ever go in to help their current artists do that stuff.
Oh, cool.
So you're like a consultant, basically?
No, I just I come in and I help her do what she's doing because it's really time intensive. Like you have to cut, I don't know, like 1,000 leaves out of cardboard.
Yeah.
So it's not always the most exciting thing.
Yeah, some of the stuff they have looks very tedious.
Yeah, it's like an installation, so
yeah,
just like a studio assistant basically. But it's fun, and it's still art related. And then my full-time job is teaching piano in Davidson.
Davidson, really?
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Davidson for like 12 years.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I just recently moved I live in Charlotte now, but yeah, I grew up in Davidson.
Okay.
Yeah, so where do you teach? Just like private lessons, or do you teach at Davidson like college?
No, I teach in a studio. It's actually just right outside of Davidson. It's like next to Carolina Cones.
Okay, yeah, I know that music studio. Yeah, is that a new one, or has it been there for a while?
I think they're coming up on 3 years.
Okay.
I've been teaching there for like 2.5. So.
Cool.
So you're still doing the whole music and art at the same time?
Yes.
Even after you graduate? Wow.
I like it. I'm like a busy person. I like to work
Yeah.
a lot.
You don't ever feel like drained creatively, like, because I mean that would be
Um,
taxing on me.
Sometimes I definitely have made it a point to keep drawing and keep making illustration work
Hmm.
and just trying to make it more of a habit. Um, because the days when I don't work at the store, I don't go into work to teach until like 2 or 3 because that's when kids get off of school. So I have like the whole morning to do stuff. And that's usually when I'll work on commission stuff because I do get that work. I don't have any commercial work right now, but that's something I want to try and explore this year.
What do you
Well,
mean
when you say
as
when
far
you
as
say
commercial?
commissions, yeah.
But
Yeah, what were you gonna ask Hamilton? Oh, I think we were gonna ask different questions. I was gonna ask
But
about the
they're
commercial.
like the same though. They're different, but they're the same.
what was the question?
Go, Connor, go.
I just wanted to ask, what do you, as far as getting into commercial work next year as like a goal of yours, what kind of commercial work are you interested in?
Um, that's what I was also trying to figure out. I think some stuff that I do could be like with packaging or like stationery kind of stuff. Um, or uh, I would like to try some like magazine illustrations just because I can render like realistically.
Yeah, you definitely can. Like that's pretty apparent by the. I'm looking at this bird thing, like bird nest. It's like really awesome.
And like I know how to try and make those contacts. I just need to like make time to do it.
Yeah. So how do you go about like making the contacts for that kind of stuff?
I think you have to look for the art directors and send an email.
Right.
Just send out a lot of different, just like reach out to a lot of different things and see what comes back. Or if you know somebody who is involved in the magazine, and even if it's like a smaller one, all the work I've ended up gotten from like commission work is because somebody saw something that I did for somebody else.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
So
that's worked for me where I've gone to websites that I've really liked that have, video things. I've been like, hey, I can do this. Do you guys need some of this? And
Yeah.
they'll usually get back to me, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, or just like not just send out to random magazines, but like go for what you know your work would fit. Like be smart.
Right.
so do you?
Which sounds like obvious, but
No,
I-
yeah. In that same kind of area, do you cater your portfolio for different companies? Like if you're sending out a portfolio to a magazine for illustrations, do you only send work that you think would like catch their eye, or do you just send them everything?
Oh, definitely. I would edit to be more directed towards what they want. You could probably throw in I would throw in something that's a little left field just so you can see like, look, this is what else I do in case you want to shoot it to somebody else.
Yeah.
I like that idea of just having like a little curveball in there.
Yeah, in the middle or at the end. I would probably put it at the end.
So I'm seeing a lot of birch panel. So is this like pen and ink on wood, or is this carved in? Like how are you making these panel illustrations?
So it's wood burning, or I like to tag it as pyrography.
Right.
Pyrography.
Yeah.
Oh.
I clicked on it because I didn't know what it meant. I was like, what is this?
And I don't really know what to call the thing that I draw. I just call it a fire pen.
Yeah, it's
Like,
basically like a soldering tool, but it's got a bit on it that heats up.
that like the craft kits, and that's
Yeah.
what I used at first. But then I bought a better machine, like it can control the temperature, and the pen is more sophisticated. Has different things that are better.
Okay. So it's basically just like a heat pen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got one of those one year, and it'd be hilarious if I could find the pieces of wood that I'd use. But I think who got it for me? I think my grandma got it for me, and then she gave me these like Michael's pieces of wood. They were like little wood frames.
I hate those.
Yeah, and I was like 14 or 13 when I got it, and I did like wood burns of Master Chief from Halo.
Oh man.
It
Oh.
was terrible. It was like the worst thing ever. I wish I gotta.
Can you find them? Because those sound
Yeah,
amazing.
did you find those?
I'll look. They're probably at my parents' house somewhere, but they're real bad. I gotta find them. Yeah. But these look really good. So you just go in. Do you sketch these with pencil on the wood to kind of get your composition laid out, and then go on top with the wood burning?
Sometimes I'm really lazy about sketching, so sometimes. Or it's just like general circles.
Yeah.
Just because I draw things twice.
Yeah.
Just,
So you just kind of wing it. You just jump in and go for it.
yeah, especially if it's just like my own piece. If it's like a commission, then I will have to sketch it out so that I can get. But
Yeah.
like the flower ones, I just want like general shapes. So sometimes I will just block in like a circle. But I feel like it's more gestural. Like it's the same way like you sometimes like your sketch the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more gestural. It's just easier for me to just.
Yeah. So do like some loose gestures of the basic shapes, and then you just go in and do the detail on top.
Well, plus with the burning, it sometimes just strays from the sketch anyway, or it's really hard to keep to that line, and it's better just to be more organic about it for me.
Yeah, it looks like it lends itself just to the style of the whole drawing.
Yeah.
These are gorgeous.
Can't undo. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. So speaking of undoing, do you do a lot of digital work too, or is it mostly traditional pen and ink stuff?
I used to do a lot more digital stuff, and I like stopped once I got to school, just because there's so many classes, I guess, and just stuff to learn about drawing traditionally.
Yeah.
I didn't do that before, and I like drawing traditionally better. It's faster for me to ink something, but I will do color and shop, like that noodle one with the brain.
Yeah.
That was digitally.
Mm-hmm.
And it is harder for me to paint traditionally. I'm just not as confident with color.
Yeah.
So I like the option to change stuff for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way. It's just like certain people just get really good at painting, and then other people just focus on drawing and like draftsmanship. I've always been more interested in drawing, and then when it comes to color, I get freaked out and kind of like get really worried about it. So I do a lot of digital colors just because, like, yeah, I feel more confident. But if it's just line work, I mean, it's hard to beat a pencil and paper.
Yeah, and I see a lot of illustrators that will do like all the value and sketch or like the lines with graphite, and then just add the color in underneath.
Yeah.
And that has a cool effect. I mean, what they're going for. Then it
Yeah.
does look better than if it's done all the way digitally.
So you mean like they'll do like they'll render something out grayscale with charcoals and then to put the color on top? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
I've
I
seen
guess
that a
is
lot.
to do. Some French term for that, right? I don't remember. For paint.
There's always a French term for it. There's always a French term.
Yeah. Probably just sounds super lame if you actually speak French. It just means like painting under drawing. But it sounds super fancy to us.
That's what it is.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely feel like just as like digital just kind of lends itself to working faster, but then there's other people that can just crank that stuff out traditionally like, just as fast.
Well, even when I have done though, like traditional paintings, like color, I'll mock it up in Photoshop just to see where I want the colors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it because you don't want to waste a lot of paint.
Yeah. Or time.
Where are you pulling a lot of your inspiration from? Like, there's almost like a Lovecraftian feel to some of like the octopus and like the ravens and.
A what feel?
Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Are you serious? Oh my god!
You
It's like
probably
yeah, I mean Cthulhu, all that stuff.
Okay.
It's like seeing like the octopus or octopi, and just like the dark birds. It's like a neo-Victorian sort of
yeah, I just like
vibe
that
to it.
like, pen and ink, like the engraving style. But I like to use the brush, so I think it looks a little bit different. But I like that look. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean, I just typed in H.P. Lovecraft, but I'm not quite sure. It's just photos of him.
Those pictures of him.
I've seen this Mike Mignola thing that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I haven't seen a lot of. I think just if you type in Lovecraftian, I think more stuff.
So where do you pull sort of your inspiration?
Oh, I like that kind of stuff. I mean, I like the.
I mean,
just
definitely
like
nature, right?
Yeah, nature for sure. It was funny because I was looking back at my grandmother paints too, and I hadn't seen her work in a long time. But when I went back to her place, I was looking at stuff. She has all these paintings of flowers and Gardens and Burds.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
That's where I get it from.
We are the same.
Yeah.
But I think some of that pulls from there. And then, I don't know. I like to juxtapose some of the like more flowery, like organic stuff with just stuff like it doesn't belong. So the, like it could be, I used to put like fish just in places with like stuff. And then it's been like organs. Like it does.
Yeah, like the jellyfish
Yeah, like the
lungs.
jellyfish.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way it is, but there's almost like a sinister feeling to some of these.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the bugs because I think it just makes it feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Don't like bugs.
Which is crazy because they're so beautiful. So it's like, you know, you want to look, but at the same time, you're sort of pushed away from it.
Yeah. Same thing,
I
I
think-
guess, with the organs. You're just like, something is not okay here, but it's pretty. So I'm gonna look at it.
So what is Fresh Ink Friday? I'm looking at this right now. Looks like some tattoos, something like that.
Yeah. So a year or 2 years ago, I guess, I really wanted to make sure that I kept drawing stuff, and I wanted some kind of project for my Instagram, just to keep making stuff, because I felt like I wasn't right out of school, or like, you know, your jobs get you busy. Yeah. So I started just drawing illustrations on my arm with like this brush pen that I bought just to like learn how to use it.
Oh man, that steak one's amazing.
And then I just kept doing them because they were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was also like I really wanted to loosen up my style too, because I used to be like a lot tighter, like with the micron pens and like fine liners. And like this, you kind of have to be looser with the brush pen, and like you really can't sketch out.
Yeah. Unless you want to like permanently injure yourself.
Yeah, it doesn't really work. So they've been a lot of fun. A lot of them have gotten a little detailed.
Yeah, like how long would you spend on some of these more like detailed ones?
The big snake one probably took a while, like the longest. But generally, I only spend like an hour.
Okay.
Wow.
And it's definitely a good exercise in committing to your work. Because I mean, once the line's on there, it's it's gonna be there for the whole day or whatever. So.
Yeah, they can wash off, but it's just.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How's the response on Instagram for these?
You what?
How's the response on Instagram for these? Because I feel like you would get like a ton of followers just from this idea alone.
They probably these posts always get the most likes. I don't know that I've got because we all track that kind of stuff, but
how much likes? Give me them likes. Come on now.
I don't know. They just get more than my other ones.
Yeah. No, I see what Hamilton's saying. I mean, yeah, it's got the hashtag in there. It's definitely like, and they're all squares.
Branched out, and then I was selling the temporary tattoos for a while too, based off of these.
Yeah. So how does that work? Like, how are you making these temporary tattoos? Are you sending them do you send the PSDs to a company that makes them, or are you making them? I was curious about that.
I tried to send them off to somebody, and the quality that they were giving me was like really crappy.
Okay, yeah. I wondered about that.
Yeah, I have a photo printer or Canon printer, so I just bought like tattoo transfer paper, and so I print them.
Okay, wow.
And then I was cutting them all out, but that took like a million years. So then I bought one of those like silhouettes, like it's a knife printer.
Yeah, die cutting machine, you mean?
Yeah, kind of. Like it has a program on the computer, and you can like tell the lines where to cut. I guess it's similar to a laser cutter in that you draw the path, right?
Oh yeah, I've heard about those.
So you've heard of laser cutters?
Yeah. I think you mean.
Oh yeah, what did I?
I think you mean the printer, with the knife in it, right?
Yeah.
I hope you've heard of laser cutters.
So that was a lot faster, and it was like a cleaner look. It was like a better product.
So you mean you used to cut out like just around the drawings, just the basic silhouette, to get the excess paper off? You used to do those by hand. How much does that kind of printer cost that cuts it for you?
It wasn't more than $200.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's probably a good investment if you're making these and selling them and like trying to make a little small business out of it.
Yeah. And I really haven't been pushing it lately because I haven't had much time. I did some of those like craft market things.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Did you
And
like those? Did that go well for you? The little craft markets and stuff?
some of them have, and then some of them haven't. The first
Yeah.
one I did was really good because I did vintage Charlotte,
Hmm.
and that went really well. And then the next one was pretty good too, and then I had a really bad one. So I just didn't know what to expect or like what is the standard.
So these are like conventions that you're going to?
They're smaller than that.
It's more like a craft thing where you can walk around and shop at
Yeah,
different vendors.
yeah.
Okay.
Those are
They're a lot of fun. I mean, my retail experience probably came in handy there because I can
yeah.
talk.
Yeah, for sure. I've never done. I know Hamilton's done some similar things like conventions and tried to sell prints to people in person,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
also sell prints too, and those do pretty good also. So
Yeah.
It's just tricky though. I mean, because you just, like you said, you just never know how things are going to be received and what the crowd's going to want, and so you
yeah,
invest all this time and energy into something, and just
yeah. Like you have
where
to be smart about which market you're doing because like the promotion or whatever marketing that they do definitely makes a really big impact.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, what about Etsy? Have you tried selling these on Etsy at all?
No.
Yeah.
I would have
Hamilton's
to
a big
shop.
Etsy guy.
I mean, used to make a lot of decent money on Etsy before I came to school because I just put so much time into it.
I would want to put a lot of time into making it nice, and then you have to keep up with the orders all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like the market, you just have this one weekend that you make a bunch of stuff for, and then you sell it,
Yeah.
and then you're done, and you don't have to
Well,
ship anything.
well, I mean, the shipping was kind of weird, but what I ended up doing because I had the same sort of reservations that you do, but I just went to the store and bought like a stack of envelopes and some packing material and just set up like a little area for me when I would get orders in, and I would just drop it off on the way to work.
And
So
you did well on Etsy. Okay, I just
yeah, back, I guess this was like 5 years ago now, Jesus. But I did really well with just prints of superheroes, um, and then I don't know, Etsy did something where they allowed non-handmade items in, and my sales just dropped after that.
Yeah,
But I've heard it's gotten better though. So I haven't tried again, but I've heard it has gotten better.
I mean, every so often I will get orders on my website, but
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how does that? I mean, I know you're using Squarespace's like built-in shopping thing. Has that been like pretty easy to set up and like maintain?
it was pretty easy to set up. And I mean, it just stays up. I don't know how easy it is to use as a consumer.
I mean, it looks pretty easy. I'm guessing you just
Buy something, Connor. Just buy something right now. Let's just try it out.
Tell me.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that live on the stream. I'll put in my credit card number. Yeah, I think it's pretty simple because I think Squarespace has their own kind of like PayPal type thing. It's like protected and everything.
Yeah, it's like Stripe or something like that.
Squarespace is amazing.
Here, let's see. We go to temporary tattoos, shop, bam, 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 bam. I kind of like this one.
Get the B one. Get the B one. I like the B one.
Which one? The B one?
Yeah, buy me the B one.
No. I already sold that, dude.
You don't.
You
deserve
sold
that.
it? Ah.
That's down. Oh, you're talking about tattoos.
Do you have a B tattoo?
So you add to cart.
They might not be up on there because I took a bunch.
I'm trying to show everybody how easy it is to buy with Squarespace. One item. You click that, I'm guessing. Hey,
That's
look.
it?
I'm at the checkout screen.
My God.
One. You hit checkout. What happens next? Customer information. Oh, they're trying to find me, dude. The government told me. I'm trying to
Put your phone number in. Put your phone number in.
I can't do this. They're gonna track me down. Email. Yeah, but anyways, I mean, I feel like it's pretty easy to use.
We should totally do that. Why don't we do that, Connor? We should just put some fucking
Because I don't have
cards.
anything to sell, dude. You want to help me make some temporary tattoos?
Yeah, let's do it.
Portraits of us.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
So easy. Put in your shipping address and you're done, baby. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'll have to check that out.
Well, like you said, you sold out of the B one.
Oh, you're talking about that wood burning? Yeah, I sold that.
Oh man, are you gonna do another one? Like after you sell it of something, are you like, oh, that one's sold. Maybe I should do some more bees.
Yeah, probably.
Bees are pretty cool.
That wasn't a print. It was just the original. So.
I got some abandoned pieces here, abandoned wood burns.
Abandoned wood burns, yeah. Some of them suck, so they will stay abandoned. attendance.
Yeah, so here it is, guys. Here's a little insight into the process. Not everything is beautiful the first time. You have to keep working.
The second time.
What are you gonna do with those? The other old ones like that?
I mean, I'll just keep them to practice on or like test out.
Mhm.
I'm thinking about trying different like stains and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you tried some sort of like watercolor, I guess stains would be cool too.
Yeah, one of my friends was like, "You should use coffee," and I tried that, but I didn't like it, or maybe I was doing it wrong.
Mhm.
No, it's weird because everyone says coffee, and I fucking hate toning with coffee. It just doesn't work well for me.
Yeah, I just felt like it was too watered down, so I was probably doing it wrong. But like before that big like bird and snake piece, I used linseed oil,
Ooh.
and that darkened the outside of it. We'll see how it dries because I feel like that takes a million years to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the heat pen that you use right here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It looks very, yeah, it's got a very fine point, so I'm sure it's...
Yeah, I have two different ones. I have one that's like a ball point or like a ball tip. That's what I use for lining, and then that guy is like a knife. It's for like the really fun like cross hatching.
Yeah.
If it gets hot enough, it can like just like slice through this stuff.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it makes me want to try it. It looks really, like, fun to do, I'm sure.
It is.
Almost like,
I use it at like settings 1 to 10 for heat, and I always just use it at 6, and that's plenty hot.
yeah. 10 would just, like, start a fire in your...
Burn right through it.
Right?
Yeah. It reminds me of, like, those linoleum blocks or whatever, where you carve into them.
Oh, I've done like a little tiny bit of that too.
Yeah. I guess those are just the difference in you can use those for ink and stuff and making prints. Yeah, but these are cool because I don't know, something about having the wood as like, you know, the canvas just makes it feel more like natural.
Yeah, I like the tone it has in it, just like the brown. It's monochrome without just being like black and white.
Yeah.
Here's some of the anthropology art. We got what are these, seagulls made out of paper?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That looks
I
like
made
a pain. And you have to hang them all up with fish wire.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our lab.
Yeah, that would be a
It's
cool job. So do you get to, like, how does it work? Does Mr. Anthropology send down an email saying, this is the month of the bird, so make a bird-themed installation? Or do you get, like, complete creative control on it?
It depends. They do have like a concept for the season, and then they have like prototypes that you can like riff off of or like do exactly. So if you're doing the job, you probably want to stick closer to the proto. Just that learning like what looks good and like, but you have to adjust everything for your store because all the stores are different.
Gotcha.
My store is a lot different because it's not in a mall. But a lot of the stores are in a mall, so one of the big problems is like drilling into the walls and the ceiling because they're all drywall.
Yeah.
And they can hold so much stuff.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to adjust scale to that, and like lighting indoors is a lot different than like natural light.
Yeah.
So you do get to make a lot of creative decisions, and then like the more senior of an artist you are, they start trusting you to kind of make different choices or even just come up with an entirely new thing just based off of the concept.
Right.
That's awesome.
The concept is by the sea, so that's pretty open.
You're right. Okay, cool.
Well, I feel like that could even, I mean, could that lead even to like the corporate office where you're actually coming up with the concept for like the entire company, you know?
Yeah, totally. They outsource a lot of the prototyping to the different artists. Like the girl who's at Atherton right now, she was working last week on doing some prototypes for fall, along with like a bunch of other artists, like one in Texas and one in Florida, and then they just kind of work with the materials and then send back pictures and process. And then sometimes they'll have them come out to Philly where the headquarters are, and then they work on stuff for like a week and come up with different stuff.
Ah, it sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's still very corporate. So.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's corporate and art combined, so it's, you know.
You're selling out, Hamilton. Come on. You're gonna sell
No,
out to
that's
the man
the
that easy?
dream. Yes, that's the dream. Is selling out to the man.
Just remember, you still have to work for corporate people.
Exactly. They're not
I mean,
artists. They're a company. They're a business.
They're a company that pays you for your art, which is, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Isn't that
good.
what you
though.
want?
I mean, it's not for everybody, but it's definitely, you know.
It was definitely a good opportunity. I mean, at some point I thought I wanted to go and work for a home office, and I still, you know, might pursue that at some point.
Do it. Make that money. Make that money.
Well, she's making that piano lesson money, man. Come on, she doesn't need that.
Piano. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So could you teach me how to play that song from La La Land?
Hot cross
Like
buns.
Ryan Gosling learned? Yep, Hot Cross Buns.
Yes. I'm
Nice.
teaching you which song? There's a lot. I'm teaching several people to play stuff from La La Land.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
I'm
The
sure,
one,
yeah.
the City of Stars one that Ryan Gosling learned. So I figured if Ryan Gosling could learn piano, I could learn piano. Right? Is that how that works?
That's definitely how that works.
Hamilton just wants to be more like Ryan Gosling.
Doesn't everyone?
His
I mean,
dream man.
that's something to aspire to, right? Like you want to reach for the stars.
Yeah, reach for the Gosling.
There you go. For the Gosling.
I mean, personally, I never really think about trying to be more like Ryan Gosling. But...
Whoa.
Hold up.
Come on now.
You're just gonna go against the grain?
Just as a personal, just me.
So you're not a
I
Ryan
mean, every day I
Gosling
wake
fan?
up and say that to the mirror. I'm Ryan Gosling. Today.
I'm a big Ryan Gosling fan. What's your favorite Ryan Gosling movie, Hamilton?
Oh God, that's a tough one.
The Notebook,
That's a cop.
Yeah.
La La Land.
Yeah. I mean, La La Land right now.
My favorite is Place Beyond the Pines.
I never saw that one.
It's good.
It sounds sad. It sounds dark and sad.
That sounds sad.
Yeah,
Place
it's really
the
fucking
Pines.
sad. So if you guys are bummed out, give it a watch. But it's really good.
My favorite one's gonna be Blade Runner 2. That's gonna be my favorite one.
That's not out yet. You can't say that.
But he looks so good. He looks just like young Harrison Ford.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, dude. He's got the jacket on.
You know who looks like young Harrison Ford? That
Yeah,
guy
Ryan Gosling.
from Age of Adeline. You ever see that movie? It's terrible.
That sounds sad too. Why are you watching all these sad movies, Connor?
I went to go see that one with my mom. And it's not
Aw.
sad, it's just bad. It's about that girl Blake Lively and she's a time traveler. No, she lives forever.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically Harrison Ford is in it. She falls in love with him when he's young, and then she meets him again when he's old, and then he's Harrison Ford. But they found this actor that looks exactly like young Harrison Ford to play him. And
Is he doing the Han Solo movie?
No, he's not, and I was so bummed.
What?
I mean, I'm not that bummed because he's not a great actor. Like, he's an okay actor.
That's probably why he's not in the fucking young Han Solo movie.
Yeah, I think they probably picked a better guy. I'll hold judgment until I see it. But
Doesn't sound like it.
are you a Star Wars fan, Elisa?
Yes,
You are. So you saw Rogue One.
I did.
I didn't see Rogue One, so shut up.
You haven't seen Rogue One, Hamilton?
No, I don't go to the movies and sit in the chairs and it's awful. Awful
I
time.
really don't go to movies a lot. I did go see that. It was really. I liked it. I know a lot of people didn't. But
Wait, a lot of people didn't like Rogue One?
No, I thought it was good.
I feel
What?
like
I thought
one. Like, no, it was dumb.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought
some people tried to pick out the little things, but I thought it was pretty good.
everyone liked Rogue One. I thought it was better than Empire, etc., etc.
I mean, to each their own, I guess.
It was.
I just saw Logan. That was really good.
I
thought.
want to go see that.
It's,
Ah,
I'm
why?
not a big
We should do a
X-Men
podcast at the movies where we go see Logan or something. You know?
Commentary the entire time during the
Yeah.
Yeah, movie podcast review. Yeah, Logan's awesome. So if anybody's listening hasn't seen Logan, go check it out. It's really good. I didn't.
You're
like the
pushing.
last
You're
one,
pushing
but-
for. You're selling out and pushing for Logan now. Is that what you're doing?
Man. Dude, it's so good, dude. It's awesome. It's super violent, but it's also got really good like characters, and it's just like
Everyone's saying Oscar buzz already. Oscar buzz. Logan.
I don't think they are, but
I've heard it. I've heard the buzz.
I thought the Oscars were interesting this year.
We can't. No, we're not talking. We can't. It's too late now. We've missed our Oscar show.
That's over. Yeah, we were gonna do the show last week.
We're gonna do an Oscar show.
Yeah. Well, when you asked me last week and I couldn't do it, I was like, I don't watch the Oscars.
What?
Or
Well, you missed a hell of a show because shit got weird.
I mean, it wasn't that. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch that clip later on when they messed up the Best Picture. I don't know.
So you didn't experience it firsthand?
No, I was asleep.
That was the best part. Was being like, what the fuck is going on? Not knowing.
Yeah,
You know.
not waking up and seeing the article. Guess what happened
Yeah.
in the last night? I was like, whoa.
just watch to see what will go wrong. That's like
Yeah.
hard to watch the cars crash.
Yeah, I think maybe it might be a conspiracy theory. I think they messed it up on purpose because nobody's watching the Oscars. They're trying to create buzz. They're trying to get people to watch next year.
That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense
It
at
makes
all.
so much sense. It
Right.
makes all
Remember when Steve Harvey read the wrong name, Miss America, whatever?
Yeah.
Now everybody cares all of a sudden.
No one cares. No one cares about Miss
That
America.
was
Still.
the top news article for like a week. So that's
Yeah.
what they're doing. The Oscars.
Yeah,
They sabotage their own show to get more views and more articles about them. I think it's true. I think I'm onto something.
I
I'll
don't know.
post it in my conspiracy theorist forum, my blog. Talk about all the new hottest conspiracies.
Oh my
My
god.
favorite movie is
Conspiracy theory.
yeah, with Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. Great movie.
I'm glad he knew what I was talking about.
It's a great fucking movie. It's
Not though,
you know.
but it's pretty good.
What? It's a hidden gem.
It's yeah, I guess.
You got to be older to understand the little nuances of that film. That's what
you're
it is.
eight.
Yeah, Hamilton's so old. Can we talk
How
about
old
how
are you?
old Hamilton is? He's ancient. He's already on his way.
God. I think I'm 40 now.
I don't think you're 40.
Hanging out with you kids, talking about art and Mel Gibson.
I remember.
And Ghost
I
Dad.
thought you were like my age when we were in class together.
How old are you?
I'm 20. I'm what, 22.
God, you're such a baby. Like I could literally be your father.
Yeah, so wait,
I
so
could care for you in my arms.
When
Is
did
what
you
I could do.
graduate, Elisa? Because I don't think I ever met you at school.
I don't think so. I graduated in 2014.
2014. Okay. When did
Isn't that when I graduated high school?
I think I
Is that
graduated
when I
2016.
When did I graduate?
I'm 24, so.
Okay.
When did I graduate?
I don't
Connor,
know.
when did I graduate?
The year before me,
Okay. All right.
2015.
Okay.
I think,
That
right?
makes sense.
School at the same time, him, but I don't think we ever. Met.
No, you were too busy making music and making art and
Yeah.
illustration.
You had a real big beard though then.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
It's less big now, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you just saw me.
Yeah. You're going. I can't remember. I keep seeing this picture on the stream. That's what I see you as.
Just as a cartoon.
Little
Little cartoon man, the yellow shirt, never changing.
Yeah, he's always beautiful, always bold.
Oh, it's
Forever.
forever young.
Oh my gosh. Well,
No, I mean that's the thing about the UNC Charlottes. They keep you illustrators sort of separated from the rest of us artists.
yeah, that
you know.
was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, we
yeah.
had graphic design too. They were next door.
Yeah, like supposedly they put them over there so that we would like collaborate and make stuff together,
That
but
never happened.
that never
I
happened.
feel like all the illustration kids were just like, I hate the world. I just want to draw comics. Like they didn't want to be friends with anybody. I was probably the same. I was in the same boat.
Get in there.
Yeah. I mean, I
Well, I feel like all the graphic designers are like that, where they just want to graphic design and talk about typeface and not
Look at
anything
them.
else.
mean, typeface is pretty cool, I guess.
Is
Comic
it?
Sans, Papyrus.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck Papyrus. I hate. You know why I hate Papyrus?
Why?
Because people think it's good.
Avatar was
You
good.
know-
They used Papyrus.
Oh God, they did it. Oh my God, why are you bringing that up, man? Now I'm like hurt. I'm angry.
No, I'm just
Ugh.
yeah, it's not very good.
Yeah, but like people use it in like their newsletters and shit, being like, "Oh, this is so beautiful and subtle." You know, it just fucking drives me crazy.
I saw a really good thing. It was like a posting in a newspaper for a company that needed a graphic designer, and like the ad was obviously made by like intentionally to be the worst thing. It was like Comic Sans, like everything was laid out wrong. Like the text was super fucked up. Like we need graphic designer, please help.
Help.
Call this number.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I would apply for that.
It was really smart because the people that would notice it first were graphic designers.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn.
Now I got to figure out how to twist that and turn it into getting art jobs. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, how do you like?
Yeah, what do you guys do? I know Ham, you work at Belk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, yeah.
Probably there.
Hamilton. What do you do at Belk, Hamilton?
I color swatch all day, and I'll do minor touch ups. So like if the nipple comes through, I'll erase the nipple,
That's pretty cool.
and yeah.
In the world.
So you do like
Yeah.
photo editing for the magazine?
No,
No.
it's for the website. So we'll just make sure it looks all right, and we'll swatch. You know the little swatches that you see on a website where it's like, oh, this shirt's in red, this shirt's in blue.
Oh,
Yeah.
you Photoshop stuff.
You have to literally swatch the shirt so those swatches come up on the website.
Interesting.
So it can be very tedious.
Well, I'm glad you're helping me when I go buying a shirt. I click the different color and it changes. I'm like,
The
wow,
thing that's crazy to me is like I never like it seems crazy that there's a job that you need to swatch a shirt, you know.
I mean, someone's got to do it, I
I guess. So it's exciting when a bulge comes through on some boxers that I need to fade away,
You
or a
debulge?
nipple gets by. I debulge and I de-nipple.
guess. Can you accentuate the bulge?
I've done it
if need
before.
be, if there's a
I've done it
bulge. Your job sounds interesting. I'd like to Yeah, I like to see you at work. Just like
It's
lasso tooling bulges.
yeah, it's weird because like you'll have that like on my computer screen like this huge Mac monitor, and people just walk behind me all the time and like, what are you doing? I'm like, my job. I'm doing my job.
No, stop.
Yeah.
I'm not creepy. I swear to God.
This is mess.
So that's what I do for my 9 to 5. Um, but and yeah, and just try and freelance, when you can. That's the name of the game.
I don't get a
Yeah.
lot of freelance right now. I'm trying to
But
figure
are
it
you
out.
are you trying though? I
I'm
mean,
trying.
you
I
gotta
just
try.
finished like one thing for somebody that commissioned me for something, stuff like that.
That's so vague. Like
And,
a drawing,
Yeah,
like,
it
or
was
a back rub. What were you
illustration.
commissioned for?
Yeah, sexual favor. No, it was a illustration. It was like a book cover thing for somebody that contacted me through Facebook. So it was like an illustration of the characters in the book. And what else? Not a lot of freelance stuff. I work part time at a game company. So I got a job just right after graduating for this startup game company. So I basically just make assets and animations and 3D stuff for like, it's a casino gaming company. So they're making a game for like cruise ships, and it's going to be a poker game, but it's on like a giant screen. So I'm like learning game development stuff, and it's kind of cool because I had no experience with it and just went in and showed them my portfolio because they just wanted artists, and they hired me. So
No, that's cool that you're getting paid to learn new skills.
Yeah.
it's like and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So I'm hoping maybe it turns into like, because I've always been interested in like game design or like concept art for games, like any like nerd that's into illustrations. Like, I want to be a concept artist for games. It's like, really, you just like to play video games and draw. So that's the first job you thought of. But yeah, I mean, this is cool because it's not exactly what I like wanted to do. I was like, I want to draw like cool characters, but like I'm doing a game that has no characters at all. It's like, poker chips and cards, but it's still like I still get
Hey,
the
baby
design
steps.
stuff.
Baby steps.
I feel like it's really important to be just open to those jobs that are like.
Yeah, exactly. Like right out of school, I was like, anything. Like I just need a job. Right now. Like I was working at a movie theater for the longest time. I was like, I just don't want to work here anymore. Like I feel like I have the skill at least to get an entry level job somewhere. So I just started looking around.
Yeah, entry level is just entry level, no matter how you look at it, and it might as well be something where you can learn something, or it's like at least related to your field.
Yeah, and technically, in a weird way, I got that job through Between the Strokes. If you think about it. Because
did you? I don't remember recommending you for anything.
For those that don't know, Between the Strokes used to be the Digital Art Mob critique group like a year ago.
Yeah.
We changed
Digital
the
Art
name
Mob
and kind of like rebranded it, and now we're doing the podcast. But Digital Art Mob was a group on Facebook from like years ago. I don't know who made that group. Heather she posted a lot to it, right, Hamilton?
Yeah, well, it was done by some students before, and then it was kind of left to die, and then I picked it back up with Hannah.
Yep. And
then it died again,
and
I
then
think.
We made the club. But that page is still up, and Heather posts like job offerings a lot. So that's how I actually got this job. She just posted one day saying, "This game studio is looking for 2D/3D artists," and I was like, "Oh, game studio? I wonder what it is." So I just like called the guy, and like that day they like interviewed me over the phone. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff, just like whenever you see something that looks like something that maybe you could do, just try it out. You never know. Maybe you'll get the job.
Well, let's it's kind of winding down here, so let's talk about the art show that's coming up, because we did our vote, and I think the votes are in.
Oh yeah, the votes are in. Let me check. Are they in? Did we say what
they're
the
in?
cutoff was?
I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna be. It feels like it's.
Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes. We're blowing up. Oh wait, Elisa hasn't voted yet.
No,
I voted.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did.
she voted.
Okay.
She voted for the wrong one, but she voted.
Everybody voted for bizarre and surreal dreams, nightmares, visions. So not exactly sure what that is, but it sounds cool.
It's better to be open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one because it's very vague and it could lead to a lot of cool art.
Well, Josh and I are going to do our own show.
No, I don't think so. I think Abandoned World is dead.
It's going to be great. It's going to be just us, and we're going to do some stuff.
I think you could vote for multiple ones. Yeah, you can.
So I think we're going to go with, obviously, the bizarre and surreal. That sounds like a fun one. So for those of you listening in, that's what our show is going to be.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what would also be cool is to make like a zine or like have people.
Ooh, zines, yeah.
a zine.
Hamilton's all about the zine. We tried to make one for the digital art mob, didn't we?
It's hard. It's harder than you think. It's harder than you think.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
like have it in the same sort of format with like submissions, but then you don't have to have like a venue. You could have like a opening to show some of the art that's in the zine, but then you have something to like sell, or it can just it's more passive. Like it can be anywhere.
That's
I mean,
cool.
I'm interested in your zine, but how would you sell it?
You say zines, $5, and you have a stack of them.
Yeah.
Do I? What, do I?
$5?
I mean, do we? I mean, how? I mean, would you sell it like at a street corner or, get your zine here, get your zines.
Places you just have them there. I mean, especially if they were like if the first one was free or something. I know that's like.
Yeah. I mean, the plan is to have like wasn't the plan to have like a place to have the show, right? We're gonna look into that.
Yeah.
Hamilton. We're gonna try to find a gallery that we can put stuff in. And yeah, if we can do that, then we could have stuff to give to people like zines or like prints. Maybe everybody could be there. And they could
Oh, I see. I see. So it's like when they come to the gallery, they get like a little zine pamphlet to start up, and then we can continue that after the show.
Yeah, because then you can look at the stuff again. You'd be like, actually, I really like.
Oh,
and
that's...
you could put everybody's contact info in there, and then
oh, look at that!
Like I really like that one drawing.
You go to gallery shows. You get a booklet of all the stuff that's in there, and like artist statements and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That is a great idea. That is a great idea, actually.
I have good ideas.
Apparently,
we need to get
Jesus.
you on the official board for this.
Yeah, we're gonna have a board, a panel group.
Yeah, we're gonna wear button-up suits, and we're gonna have meetings in executive offices.
Oh man, that'd be great. And donuts, we can bring donuts to
No
it.
donuts. This is executive. We're gonna have toast, dry toast that nobody wants.
Maybe big.
Dry toast.
If you're lucky, there'll be bagels.
Dry toast and wine. That's all we're eating.
But yeah,
And I think that's a great idea. We should totally have a little zine to go along with it.
yeah, there's a lot of cool things we could do. I mean, it'd be fun to try stuff that makes it more than just a show with art on the wall. So we'll try to come up with ideas. I think we're still in the planning stages. So, but now that we know that people want to do bizarre and surreal, like where does that go from there? Are we gonna kind of tighten that up a bit? What do you think, Hamilton?
No, I like it. I like it loose. I like it very loose.
Like it loose.
Yeah. I mean, we can thesaurus some fancy names for bizarre and all that stuff, but I kind of I like to give people a lot of room to sort of play with.
Yeah. So what about like the whole venue thing? Because how does it? I know that it's possible to request. Like I know UNC Charlotte's like Student Union Gallery. If they don't have stuff, you can actually just submit a proposal. And I don't know if you have to be a student.
Well, that's what the board's going to decide. That's how we're going to.
The board will research that.
Yeah. No, honestly, I think we'll try for the UNC Charlotte one. We'll try for local galleries in the area. Maybe hit up some ones that are focused more on illustration.
Yeah.
Because I think most of our
what was that?
I'm pretty sure most of our members are illustrators.
Most of them. But you're not.
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
I'm not.
You're more photography. Do you think you would do photography?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, most of our people are more illustrators, so we'll kind of focus in on that. But yeah, I think that'll be fun. Once we sort of, have that idea, we can not necessarily narrow it down, but we can come up with a fancy statement,
Yeah.
That's my favorite part, is coming up with fancy statements.
Fancy statements.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll leave the fancy statements up to you because I'm terrible at that.
Hamilton just sits in his room in a suit, eats toast, and writes fancy stuff.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I do.
Hamilton's Instagram, it's all class.
It's always just
Me.
like,
Me in a suit. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah.
that's not my art.
That's art, people. What I'm doing is art. All right.
Hamilton is art. He's living art. He doesn't have to make any because he's become the art. He's transcended.
I am the art.
Yeah.
Well, do you like Instagram? Speaking of Instagram, 'cause that's
I think it's great because it's a free platform with
Right.
images.
Yeah, and everybody uses it. Most people, or
Everybody
most
uses
people that would be interested in your stuff.
But how do you turn the Instagramming into like either like profit or to make it work for you? Because to me, in a lot of ways, you just go on there for ideas. And you take people's ideas.
That's what you do. You just steal ideas.
You know,
I
I mean,
think-
really, how do you turn that into sort of like a marketplace?
I mean, I don't think it's as much of a marketplace as it is just getting eyes on your work. Like if you can put some hashtags and you get people that have never heard of you or seen you before to stumble upon your art, and then you never know if they're gonna be.
And then what? And then what?
And then they message you and say, "Hey, I like your art. Can you like do a commission or something?" And then you say, "Here."
Has that ever happened to either of you where you've gotten commissions through Instagram?
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
So
All right,
you just have to
that's
be good, Hamilton.
I guess so. I guess so.
I mean, even working at the store and as the artist, I started helping with the display originally because one of my managers saw my Instagram and she was like, "Oh, she's an artist, so she can help."
Oh, that's awesome. So it has helped you out to get
Yeah,
exposed.
I've gotten commissions that way, or I think even just like trying to post regularly, people remember that you do that, or they remember what your stuff even looks like, so they can tell other people.
Yeah, just having a presence online is pretty important.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much it helps to have I guess it helps to have a lot of followers. I don't really, but I also don't hashtag that much. I use the same 3 hashtags.
Oh, you don't spread
That's
it
good.
out?
I like honest hashtags. Those are good.
Honest hashtags?
Yeah,
What the hell's
I don't know.
honest
Every
hash-
once in a while, I'll see people that post a picture of like a goblin, and they're like hashtag Star Trek, hashtag everything, and they'll just hashtag everything, and none of it
Oh yeah,
actually
fuck that.
applies.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
Hashtag girls who live.
yeah, hash whores. They can't stop. They can't help themselves.
Hash wars. Did you just make that up? Because that sounds amazing. Hash wars.
Yeah,
I like that.
You probably already exist.
I don't know. I like it though.
But yeah, I feel like if you're not using Instagram or some sort of platform like Tumblr is free too. I'm not much of a blogger, so this is better. Or like if you don't have a website.
Oh, you gotta have a website.
Yeah, you gotta have. I mean, it's so cheap now. You just have
Yeah.
it's for even portfolio reasons. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, it's
I
definitely
don't think you're not serious if you don't have those.
right. Yeah, you can't really send a company your Instagram page. Be like, here's my work. Like, that's,
It's really good. Look at my likes.
I mean, even if it's really good work, it just looks unprofessional to do that.
It looks totally, and like I said, a lot of jobs that I've been applying for in the past, like they say you have to have a website, not an Instagram. They specifically say that in the thing. Need a website
Yeah, that's probably
because it just shows commitment.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's also just like a way of like if you're not willing to invest in your own,
Exactly.
then why should we?
right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad you've gotten commissions from it. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Because I use it mainly as a way to keep me motivated.
Yeah.
Because I pretend that my followers are like my fans, and it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I got to give them something tonight. They need something from me.
I like the stories too.
I
I
haven't used
like-
those.
But I definitely use it for like personal stuff too. I don't always post art stuff. I do stupid stuff.
Well, because I think people like to get to know like the person behind the artwork. I think that's sort of what the story is for.
That's why I enjoy seeing other artists do that stuff. So
Right.
I generally just try to go off of putting out more of what I like to consume.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's the great advice. Put out more of what you like
Puppies.
to consume. Puppies,
Puppies.
Dog pictures.
cats,
Yeah.
television programs. This is what I'm watching tonight. I know you love that.
I think
This is
my
what I'm watching.
Instagram is like all
No,
art
I'm not gonna watch
and a
it.
dog. Yeah. All right. Well.
All right.
I think we're getting to the point of the end of the stream, but I mean, yeah, you guys should definitely, if you want to see more of Elisa's work, check out her Instagram. We have the link on the stream, and check out her website. I mean, we've been looking at it tonight, but I mean, it seems like he posts pretty regularly, so go and follow her on Instagram. And what else? My roommate just got home and he brought his dog, so it's pretty cute. I'm gonna have to check that out.
And then if you're interested in attending our show or submitting for our show, we'll have more information on that as well. Our Bizarre and Surreal.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone.
Thanks for coming, guys. See you next week. What up, YouTube?
Hey, YouTube, we're so sorry. We're so sorry, YouTube.
Wait, why are we sorry?
We didn't do it in the beginning, man. Like,
Oh,
they're going to be
shit.
pissed.
Yeah,
I know.
Like we left them hanging.
We're sorry, YouTube, but we're here now. We're here now.
So if you want to know from update from last week, Hamilton hid the body at this address. 327. No, I'm just kidding. Bye, YouTube.